Hello everyone, it's Terry from Danu's Irish Herb Garden, and I'm just in after planting quite a few trees, and I'm so thrilled with the weather. It's mild and it's not windy, so I'm really raring to go and get started with the spring sowing. So I've dug out the seeds that I keep in biscuit tins in the fridge. So that's these two tins. And as you can see, they're full of seed packets, mainly from Irish Seed Savers, because they're organic and open pollinated. And I just like to support Irish Seed Savers for what they're doing. Not many people know that I think maybe about 6 years ago, the EU was trying to make it impossible to save your own seeds and to share your seeds with people and to even give your seeds away. They were trying to make it illegal under some pretense of protecting the market, or God knows, I can't even remember. But thank goodness, Irish Seed Savers and brother and sister associations in Europe put a stop to it, along with people like myself who signed petitions. So I support Irish Seed Savers, and I have lots of seeds from them. As you can see here, all my seeds just about are all Irish Seed Savers. But I've also been saving my own seeds, and I have a nice box of seeds here, and I've given lots of these away already. But what I have left now to sow for this year are mainly medicinal herbs and flowers to attract pollinators. So I have some Angelica, which is a lovely tall plant and used to be used in confectionery because it's very sweet. But I want it because it's a great bronchial herb, so it's very good for coughs and bronchial problems. So it's going to help with expectoration, help with coughing. It's also a digestive aid as well, as is fennel. Some people might take fennel tea after dinner to help to reduce spasms in the digestive tract and colic in children. But it's also another herb which is good for coughs and to help, say, a cough syrup, for example, to taste nice. But I just love to see it growing anyway because it's such a lovely plant to look at. And then here I have some white horehound. This is another bronchial and digestive herb. So it's an antispasmodic, so it's going to help your digestive tract from going into spasm, and it's going to help your lungs as well from going into spasm, and it's going to help you to expectorate and get the phlegm up. And all these three herbs can actually be combined. I've also got some chamomile there. As you know, chamomile is very good for helping you to get to sleep because it's a very soothing nervine. And it's very, very safe and gentle, so it can be used for children as well. You could give a child, say if you had a fractious child or a child that's teething, a teaspoon of tea or a couple of tea bags in the bath will make all the difference to helping the child be able to relax and get some sleep. And again, it's a digestive herb as well. So the beauty of herbs is they have so many gifts to offer us. And we're just so lucky to be able to grow our own and save the seeds as well. And I've got some flowers in there. I've got some columbine, I've got some nigella, I've got a few vegetables. There's Uncle John's kale. I've given lots of seeds away as well because, when you save your own seeds, you discover that you have an absolute abundance. But sometimes your seeds don't germinate, and it's very frustrating and disappointing. And it could be because maybe you've got the soil, the compost wrong, or the watering, or the light, or the depth of where you've sown things. There could be a myriad of reasons. But it could also be because your seeds aren't viable, that they've gone too long. And fortunately, my horticulture teacher, Kay, demonstrated to us how to check if your seeds are still viable. And this saves time and disappointment because if you do this little task, you don't waste time sowing seeds that are past it. And it doesn't take more than a few minutes to carry this out. And then you know for sure whether your seeds are going to be any good or whether it's time to just ditch them. So what I've done here is we don't use kitchen paper. So I've got toilet paper, which I've folded over a couple of times. And I've sprayed it with a spray to dampen it. And then you sprinkle your seeds on of those seeds that you're not quite sure about. So in my box of seeds, I found some parsley seed. I'm not sure how old this is, so I want to check viability. I've got some basil, which is always hit and miss with me anyway, and a friend gave me these last year. And then I've got some mullein seed, which I saved myself back in 2016, and I forgot I had it. So the rule of thumb is you dampen your paper and you put out 10 seeds. So here's the parsley, and I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 10 seeds. And the reason you put 10 down is because if only 2 germinate, you know then that there's only a 20% likelihood of success. Whereas if 7 germinate, it's probably okay to go ahead and sow some of those seeds. And obviously if 10 germinate, you've got 100% effective seeds. On this tray, on this piece of paper rather, I've put some basil seeds. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here, I don't know if you can even see these. The mullein seed is so tiny, and there's no way I can count that, so I'm just going to see if any of them germinate. What you do next is pop them into a little freezer bag or some kind of clear plastic bag, or I could wrap cling film over the whole tray, and then you just leave it somewhere in your kitchen, on a windowsill, somewhere with a bit of light, somewhere that's a little bit warm, and give them 10 to 14 days. And if the seed begins to sprout, you know then that you have viable seeds. So I hope that's a helpful tip for you. I'm certainly appreciative of it from Kay. And I'm going to put this away now with the plastic over it, and I'll let you know what happens in 2 weeks. And in the meantime, I'm going to go through my seeds and treat myself to a plan of action of which ones can be sown now in mid-February. So happy seeding for you, and bye-bye, and I'll talk to you next time. If you enjoyed this video and any of the others, please subscribe, and also, if you've got time, have a look at the website www.danu'sirishherbgarden.com. Thanks so much. Bye.